Good morning, children. Welcome to today's class. Now, we are continuing from where we had stopped. On Saturday, we done the PPC or the production possibility curve. A PPC, like I told you, shows all possible combinations of two goods which an economy can produce with the full and efficient use of the given resources and the available technique. And I told you that this was a schedule showing the PPC curve or the PPC. There are five possibilities which an economy with its limited resources, as an example was taken, where there are two goods produced, because the PPC shows you a combination of possible combination of two goods. So here we are taking two goods. One is a consumer good, which is a consumer good could be, example I have taken of wheat, and a capital good, let's say, of guns. If it has the first possibility, it would produce only guns, that is 10,000 guns, no wheat. When it wants to produce 1 lakh tons of wheat, what happens? It has to sacrifice some of the money from there, or the resources from there, and so now guns will be produced or up to 9 lakh tons, 9 lakh, or what you call 9,000, sorry, 9,000 guns. C combination, 2 lakh tons of wheat, again 7. This becomes less because it has to be adjusted here. Similarly, when it is 3, it goes to 4, 4, it goes to 0. What do we see here? When one good is being increased, the other has to decrease. Why? Because resources are limited. Now you have to adjust with these resources, and so we see for the increase of one good, the other has to be sacrificed. And then I told you that from the schedule you can draw the PPC. Now the PPC, on the x-axis I have wheat shown here, and on the y-axis I have guns shown over here, and plotting 0, 10, 1, 9, 2, 7, etc. we get what is called the PPC, production possibility curve. And we have, this is the first possibility, A, B, C, D and E. Now children, till here we are done. On Saturday, we take the lesson forward from here. Now, if you would see points A, B, C, D, E, when they are on the PPC, it means, what does it mean? Number one, please write down, there is full utilization of resources. When the economy is on the PPC, it means that number one, there is full utilization of resources. Number two, there is efficient utilization of resources. Efficient utilization of resources. And third, efficient technology. Efficient technology. In such a situation, children, what will happen? When the nation's resources are fully employed and none is left unemployed, then more of one goods can be produced only by taking away the resources from the production of the other good. You can see it happen. We are taking away the production resources from the production of the other good, to increase the next goods. This is the first. Second, this is the indication on points. Now you see 2 points I placed inside the PPC. Children, can you see this? K and S. These are points below the PPC. What does this mean? This means that there is underutilization of resources. It means it is underutilization of the resources. Resources are available, but we are not being able to come on the PPC. It means there is underutilization of resources. Can you give me some examples for underutilization of resources? I will give you some example. Unemployment of labor. We need more labor, but we are not employing. Underemployment of labor. There could be labor strikes. Partial use of resources. We are not using the resources completely. We are partially using it. Like we are not using full machines that is available. We are still neglecting. So these are some of the examples which shows us underutilization of resources. What could be the second reason? Inefficient use of resources. The resources are inefficiently used. So the second point is inefficient use of resources. And third, inefficient technology. Inefficient technology. Now, children, when the economy is located inside the boundary, like these 2 points, what does this show? That some of the resources are unemployed, and if we put them back into work, then they would raise the production of some goods without having to lower the production of anything else. Since they are being unutilized, underutilized, if we put them to use, we can increase. They can come up to any of these points over here. Okay, so if we put these back to work, they would raise the production. Maybe from K it would come to C, maybe from S it would come to D. And what else does this tell us? That although the resources are fully employed, some of them may be employed inefficiently. They may not be employed they were employed inefficiently. So if you use them more efficiently, the production of some goods could be increased without having to produce anything less or without reducing the other. So we spoke about points on the PPC. We spoke about points inside the PPC. What happens if there's a point like T, which is outside the scope of PPC? What does this mean? Write down any point outside the PPC, like point T, shows an unattainable combination. Unattainable. Why is it unattainable? Something which we cannot attain. We cannot attain over here simply because our resources are limited, and with our limited resources, these are the possibilities. We can do these 5 possibilities, and if we are using it, any of these 5, they would be on the PPC. So any point outside the PPC is unattainable. Is that clear, children? It is unattainable. Now we go on to the next. Shifting and rotation of PPC. Write down shifting and rotation of PPC. Now, when can the PPC shift? Number one, when there is a change in resources. Write down change in resources. First is because of change in resources. Now, what kind of a change could there be? There could be two. Either there's an increase or there is a decrease. Now, when resources are increased, when the resources are increased, what will happen? Your PPC curve will shift to the right. For example, if this was your PPC curve or PPC A and B, it will now shift to the right, B1, A1. It will shift to the right. Your PPC will shift to the right. Why? More resources are there. More resources are there means we can produce more. So the possibility of producing more, we will get a new PPC. And we can produce more of both the goods. More of both the goods. This is when your resources increase. What happens when the resources decrease? When the resources decrease, your PPC will shift to the left. Suppose this was your PPC AB. Now it will shift to the left. Let's call this A1. This call it B1. Here the PPC will shift to the left. And we will produce less of both the goods. So this was when the resources are put to full and proper use. They will be operating on the PPC because that is the possibility. Points under the PPC shows that the resources are underutilized, technology underutilized. When a point outside the PPC will show you that this point is unattainable, it cannot be attained because with the limited resources that we have, an economy will function on any one of the points. It cannot attain something which it does not have. So with that, then we said, can the PPC curve shift? Yes, it can shift to the right when there is an increase in resources. More resources are there, we can have more production of both the goods. But when there is a decrease, in resources, your PPC curve will shift to the left. Can you give me an example of when resources are reduced or how resources are reduced suddenly? Examples could be there is a fall in the population, destruction of capital stock, when there's a natural calamity, let's say earthquakes, floods, and also during the time of war, resources may be reduced, and that causes your PPC to shift to the left. This is one of the reasons when, or this is one of the causes when the PPC can shift either rightwards or leftwards. And the second is when resources are reduced, like I told you, no, sorry, the second will be change in technology. When there's a change in technology. Now change in technology, let us see how it affects. the PPC, it can cause the PPC to rotate. Suppose for wheat, new technology is being adapted. So there is a change in technology, let's say for product X. What will happen? More of X will be produced and Y will remain constant. So in that case, when there is a change in technology for the production of commodity X, this will be your diagram. Now look here, children. X technology has been upgraded. So there will be more production for X. So the PPC will rotate towards X. First, we could produce only AB, but now X, more of X can be produced from B to this part, B1. What is happening to Y? Y remains constant. Y will remain as it is. But what is being increased over here? The production of X. And so this is called the rotation of the PPC when technology is increased for commodity X. So more production of X and PPC will rotate towards the X axis. Similarly, children, there could be a change in technology for Y. What happens when there is a change in technology for Y? More of Y will be produced and the PPC will rotate towards the Y axis. So the diagram will be suppose this was your PPC A and B. This remains as it is C. What is going to increase? Y is going to increase. So there is going to be a rotation towards Y. Have you all understood this? What is the difference between shifting and rotation? Shifting can be caused when there's an increase in resource. More resources we have, more can be produced simply. So we'll have a new PPC. So it shifts to the right. When there's a decrease, this is for decrease. Decrease of resources. What happens when there's a decrease? Now we cannot achieve the PPC. It will shift to the left. We'll have a new PPC to the left. So this is called shifting. Rotation is when there is a change in technology either for X or for Y. What happened? If there is for X, then X will increase. And if there is a change in technology for Y, then Y will decrease and X here will remain constant. Here Y will remain constant. Now what happens if there is a change in technology for both the goods? X also, new technology for Y. Then what happens? Then you will get a new PPC. PPC will shift to the right for both the goods. So this will be your diagram. New PPC. When there is a change in technology for both the goods, for X as well as Y. Now we are able to attain more. More means there's a new PPC. New PPC means it shifts to the right. Now, take down this. Okay. and make sure this is the X commodity. You can write Y commodity. This is the Y commodity. This is the X commodity. Okay, same here. This is the Y commodity. This is the X commodity, and so on. This is the X commodity, and this is the Y commodity. So a question does arise about shifting and rotation of PPC. Is there a difference? Yes, there's a difference. What is the difference? Shifting can be caused because of the change in resources, and the change in resources can be of two kinds. Number one is when resources are either increased or either decreased. When it is increased, we get a new PPC. When the resources are decreased, we get the new PPC shifting to the left. This shifts to the right. Okay, now we talk about rotation. What about rotation? Rotation happens when there is a change in technology either in X or in Y. If there is a change in technology for X, that means X will increase. The production of X will increase. So what happens from AB, which was your old PPC, X will increase from B to B1. But what happens to Y? Y remains constant there only. No change. It is operating as it has. The resources which was there, it is being put to use. So it is being attained over here. Here, Y's technology is increased. X will remain constant, but Y will increase. So this is called rotation of the PPC. And what happens when both X and Y's technology increases? You will get this diagram over here, a new PPC, because now more goods of both can be done because there's an increase in technology. So the question which could come to you is, which two factors leads to the shift in the PPC? What would be your answer for that? The two factors which lead to the shift in PPC are: first, change in the volume of available resources. Change in the volume, you can write that down. Change in the volume of available resources. And second would be the change in the technology. So we are almost out of time. We will stop till here to continue tomorrow. Till then, you have a nice day. Stay safe, and we'll meet again tomorrow. Have a nice day.